Welcome back to my channel, guys. I want to thank you so much for the love and support you guys have been showing me, and welcome to all my new subscriber. This is a part 1 of a part 2 video. Part 1, I will be showing you guys how I bleach and color these Brazilian Bodywave bundles and frontal. The color that I'm going for today is a cherry wine red color. I will be using the Quick Blue powder by L'Oreal, and I'm also going to use a 20 cream developer from Superstar. I did use about 4 scoops of the powder, and for the cream I didn't really use a measuring scoop. I just pour until I get a creamy paste. Guys, please remember to wear gloves at all time. This really do burns if it gets on your skin. I use my applicator brush just to mix the mixture in. I also use a plastic bag just to cover my table to protect it from the bleach. I'm gonna mix it until it gets to a creamy paste. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, but just be careful because you don't want it to get too watery. I'm gonna start with the frontal first because the frontal takes a little bit more time. I'm going to start at the ends and then work my way up. I'm gonna flip it over and then do the same thing. I'm gonna be very careful with this part because I still want to keep a little bit of the dark roots. I'm using a white teeth comb just to comb out the hair to keep it smooth while I'm applying the bleach on it. I'm separating the hair to add the bleach in small sections across the frontal. Now that I'm finished applying the bleach to the frontal, I'm gonna comb it out just to make sure it's smooth and to make sure that everywhere gets lightened where I want it to. Now on to the bundles. I'm gonna do one bundle on camera because I want to keep the video short. Just like the frontal, I'm gonna start at the end and then work my way up. I'm gonna use the white teeth comb as I go along just to make sure that the bleach gets in between the bundles. You want to make sure you separate the air and put the bleach in between. I still want to keep the roots of the bundles dark, so I'm not going to go all the way up. I'm gonna let it sit for 20 minutes, then I'm gonna wash it out. So I did let the frontal sit for 15 minutes. Now I'm bleaching the knots of the frontal, and then I'm gonna let it sit for another 15 minutes before I rinse it off. I did use the Tresemme shampoo to rinse the hair out, and then I'm gonna use my favorite, the silicone mix, just to bring that moisture back to the hair. So this is what it looks like after I finish shampoo and condition it. Now I'm gonna begin to apply the color. Now I'm gonna start applying the color onto the frontal. The color that I use is the Adore Raging Red number 70. Once again, I'm gonna start applying the color from the ends of the frontal, working my way up. I'm trying my best not to get the color onto the lace too much. Flip the frontal and then apply the color to the back. You want to ensure that everywhere gets the color. I'm gonna let it sit for 1 hour before I rinse it out. So for the bundles, I'm gonna use some boiling water, pour it into a container, then I'm gonna add the color into the water, use the applicator brush just to mix everything in together. I did use a total of 4 bottles of the Adore color. Then I'm gonna slowly add the bundle into the water. I'm gonna move it around using the applicator brush just to make sure the color gets everywhere. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the other bundles. I'm gonna let the color stay on the hair for 1 hour before I rinse it out. This is what the hair looks like after I finish rinsing out the color. It's showing a little dark now, but once it's dry, it's going to get a little brighter. In part 2, I will be showing you guys how I use the bundles to make a lace front unit. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.